All right, Jason, this is probably our toughest fundamental here, so that's why we chose you to try it out. But we're going to be looking at the straight shot. And as you know, straight shot is created with a 0 club path, 0 face angle, center strike. That's the most efficient way to hit the ball straight, best distance. There's 2 other ways to hit a straight shot. One, you can swing in to out with a closed club face, hit it a little bit towards the heel, and that gear effect will straighten everything out. The other way you can do it, you can do the opposite way. You can swing out to in with an open club face, which generally would create a cut. Hit it a little bit towards the toe, gear effect takes over, sends it pretty straight. So let's go ahead and have you hit a few and we'll see what we can come up with.
Sounds good.
All right, Jason, that's pretty impressive. Let's take a look at some of these numbers here. So we started out, the first one that we were trying to get to was the straight ball. So trying to get the club path and face angle to be as close to 0 as possible while still hitting it centered in the club face. So we've got a club path that's in to out 2 degrees, a little over 2 degrees, but the face was dead square and probably hit it pretty darn solid. I mean, you could maybe argue that it would be half a dimple towards the heel here, but pretty much dead solid. We've got a launch direction of 0.3 straight at the target, spin axis of -0.2. I mean, that is your straight shot right there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the other ones that you were able to create. If we look at the next shot that you hit there, so now we've got a little bit bigger difference in the face to path. We've got in to out a little bit more on that one, 2.9. Face was closed half a degree, so you'd expect that ball to start drawing a little bit more. Ball started dead at our target, and actually, if anything, had just a fraction of a fade on it. So, you know, we know for this shot, you got to hit it fractionally towards the heel in order to counteract everything. Able to do that pretty much perfectly there. And then a couple shots later, we've got the last one. Now we ask you to hit basically a cut swing, but hit it a little towards the toe to straighten things out. We've got a club path -4, face angle that's a little bit open to that, so we'd expect a little bit of a fade. Since the face was just a little close to the target, ball starts a little bit left of the target, but again, basically 0 spin axis. So, I mean, that's extremely difficult to hit those 3 shots, and you've done an exceptional job of it. I'd be curious, you know, when you're playing, how do you change your club path? How do you change your ball flight? I mean, if you're trying to hit a draw versus a straight shot versus a fade, what do you do to change those things?
For me, I just change ball position. You know, I have a baseline ball position for all the clubs in my bag. If I want to get a ball to start right to left and draw a little bit more, I'll fudge it back a little bit. If I want to get one to move left to right, that ball will go up. Consequently, that changes my path a little bit. With the ball back, I'll go in to out a little bit more. With the ball up, I'll go you know, out to in a little bit more. And then, you know, a little bit with club face angle. Obviously, if I'm trying to hit a draw and that ball's back, I got to do something with that club face to get that ball to curve back to the target. And the opposite holds true for a cut shot. I'm going to have to hold that face off with that path going left like that.
So basically, it sounds like you use ball position and yeah, I mean, mainly ball position, maybe a little bit of setup to generate those.
Yeah, definitely. Ball position and setup, I think that keeps it simple, you know, and it's not a constant thing. You know, sometimes it might be a little bit further back. You know, I might aim a little bit more to the right. I might open up more for a cut shot and aim left a little bit more and get that ball really far forward. So it's just a trial and error process, I think, with us, especially on those specialty shots. But, you know, TrackMan gives us the data to see what works and doesn't work.
So from an amateur's perspective, you would say it's more consistent to use kind of alignment and ball position, those things, as opposed to trying to feel like you're making a different swing?
Yeah, it's hard to move club path, and it's really hard to feel face angle on club face. You know, even with the best players in the world, sometimes you can see we're trying to move it a degree or a degree and a half, and that's hard for us to even feel. But you can really see the difference in numbers. You know, I challenge people to use TrackMan and move the ball back and see what the numbers tell you. Move the ball up and see what the numbers tell you, because you can see some good results, and I think that keeps it a little bit simpler for those folks.
And what would be your kind of stock shot? What are the stock numbers that you're looking for on a drive?
On my driver, I get a little bit into out. The ball's teed up. club's a little bit longer, usually between 1.5 to 3 degrees in to out. You know, and I try to have a little bit of a square face, close to zero. Sometimes it gets a little bit shut, just because of the way the in to out. I got to get that ball going left. So those are pretty consistent numbers for me when I'm playing really well out on tour. Is that 1.5 to 3 degree on club path, and closest to zero as you can on face angle.
Perfect. Well, we've seen Jason Dufner show us how to hit the 3 different types of straight shots. Impressive work.
Thank you.